Hi, Claire, and hi to everybody out there. My name is Aruna, and we're really happy to welcome you to the Ambassador Trainer Fast Track Information course. And we wanted to share a little bit about our backstory, just so you get to know us. I know we've said we're yoga teachers like you, but Claire and I have been talking about how we met, and little did we know that there were so many little did we knows. um, Little did we know that because we were carpooling and driving into the training, that would change our lives in so many ways. Are you ready to become a yoga trainer? Welcome to the Yoga Trainer Fast Track.
We help experienced yoga teachers become trainers in their very own yoga teacher training school.
If you wish it was easier to have your own training, we share tips and tutorials to make your wish come true.
If you're an experienced yoga teacher, like and subscribe to get free resources so we keep making more videos. With that being said, let's get started.
And Claire and I, we met in 2012, and I had been a yoga teacher since 1998. And Claire and I started carpooling because I had figured out that the way to make it as a yoga teacher was to start doing workshops and teacher training courses. So like more advanced trainings that you could offer more money for. So I was moved beyond just teaching classes. And at that point, I was teaching the kids yoga teacher training. And that's where Claire and I met. And I told her I wanted to do an adult yoga teacher training. And for 5 years, I had been sitting on this idea, and I just could never find the time to write the program. And that's when you came into my life, Claire.
That's right. And I remember you saying to me, how many hours of experience do you have and how long have you been teaching for? And I think it had been 7 years at that point. And you said, why aren't you a trainer? And it baffled me. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know that I could be a yoga teacher trainer. So you planted the seed, and from that, we decided to work together to create the 200-hour yoga teacher training curriculum.
And I think that's like, I knew a lot of yoga teachers. Like I'm pretty into yoga. So a lot of my friends were teachers. At that point, I had been teaching 98. So that was 14 years, I guess. And I knew a lot of people who were qualified to be trainers, but everyone was doing it alone. And it's so hard. You're doing everything alone and you're just hustling, you're working. I know yoga teachers work really hard, and they're so honorable because they believe in what they're doing, and they're making all these sacrifices because they believe in what they're doing. And so from the very beginning, I remember telling you my idea was to license this out to other people, to let other people use it so that we didn't have to do everything alone. And so we started writing. And when did you start you offered the first 200-hour training, Claire?
Yes. So I think we started writing in 2012, researching writing, layout development, research writing, copywriting images, all kinds of details I didn't even know that we needed to include in a 200-hour teacher training. We went through the process, and I graduated my first students in 2015. At that time, I was teaching from my home. So what was great about it was my studio was in my home. I did have enough students interested to set the time aside to offer a 200-hour teacher training. That revenue gave me the ability to open a storefront studio. And to date, we've made over $200,000 just from offering the 200-hour yoga teacher training alone. So it is the most lucrative revenue stream in my studio. It was well worth the work, but it did take us years. And Aruna's idea is, from the get-go, has been to share this process. Once we do the work, and once we figure out the system, and once we figure out all the things we didn't know we needed for the training, now we can share it with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just so nice to have someone in your corner to do things for you. Like, Claire, do you remember the happy dance we did when we got a table of contents? We were like,
So
we have a table of contents. We have
and just hours and hours and hours researching and post-it notes and trying to figure out what information we wanted to include, what educational category that fit under, how much time we were allowed to allocate to that category, and putting this big ginormous puzzle together. We did take time for dance breaks because it can drive even experienced yoga teachers to insanity. It's a big undertaking, and we just want to make your life easier.
Mm-hmm. And I'm so impressed with you, Claire, because you're responsible for our reviews on Yoga Alliance, all 5-star reviews. Like, people just describe the course as life-changing, and that's why we both are into yoga. Like, that's why we've made the sacrifices that we did, because we believe in this.
It can be incredibly rewarding to be
yeah.
on somebody's yoga journey, somebody's life-changing path. And a lot of that speaks for the yoga. The program does follow the 8 limbs of yoga. We've learned so much from the wisdom of the teachers before us, and to have the ability to share their teachings. And now we share with you their teachings, our format, and you get to deliver the program as well. And what's great about it is I have been teaching it since 2014. It's been tested. It was rewritten. It didn't really work out great the first time, even though we got 5-star reviews from those first set of graduates. It didn't quite gel together the way I had hoped. So we put everything on the table. We rewrote it. And if you're interested in your school being registered with Yoga Alliance, this is pre-approved. They recently changed the standards, so we rewrote it again. And we really have a solid program, and students love it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll love teaching it.
Yeah. So anyways, I welcome you into this little information package. I hope we can be on your side. We can be the people who support you the way we supported each other. And we get you graduating new teachers so that you can step into the role of trainer from teacher. So welcome to the program.